People are effective because they say no. However, many of us say yes in order to please and make a difference. Yet the key to making our highest contribution may well be saying no. Of course, the point is not to say no to all the requests. The point is to say no to non-essentials, so we can say yes to what really matters. It is to say no frequently and gracefully to everything except what is essential. Now remember, a clear no is far more graceful than a vague or a non-committal yes. As anyone who has been on the receiving side of the situation knows that a clear answer like "I'm going to pass on this" is far better than not getting back at all, or stringing them along with a non-committal answer like "I will try to make this work" or "I might be able to," when you exactly know that you can't. Frankly speaking, saying no is in its own way a leadership capability. We can certainly handle any request from anybody with grace and dignity. So in this video, I will share with you 8 responses that you can make use of in order to say no gracefully. My name is Beroz and welcome to the channel where I share with you tips and tricks that I read, learn and apply in order to become the best version of myself. The first tip is the soft no, or the use of the phrase "no, but." I recently received an email from someone inviting me for a coffee chat. I replied, "I'm consumed these days with the particular project that I'm working on, but I would love to get together once this project is all completed. And let me know if we can get together towards the end of the season." Now, email is a good way of saying no, but because it gives you a chance of drafting and redrafting your no, so you can make it as graceful as possible. Plus, many people find that the distance of email reduces the fear of awkwardness which is generated by saying no. Now, the next tip that I make use of is the phrase "let me check my calendar." This gives me time to pause and reflect and ultimately come back with the best way and the best phrase with which I can say no. Now, this gave me control over my own decisions because now I am not rushed in saying yes because of the pressure which is created in the moment when the request is being asked. Rather, I get and buy time before I can come back and gracefully say no. The third tip is to make use of email bounce back. It is very much natural and standard to make use of auto response when you're traveling or you're out of office. Really, this is the most socially acceptable way of saying no there is. People are not saying that they don't want to get back to your email. Rather, they're just saying that during the period they can't get back to your email because that is not possible for them given the circumstances they are in. So I just make use of email bounce back only for holidays and vacations. For instance, I make use of email bounce back when I am in long form training sessions with the subject line "in training mode." So for instance, my auto response email would sound something like, "Hi, I am currently in a training session for this given period, let's say for a week, and hence during this period I won't be able to get back to your request. For this I apologize," and guess what? People simply adapted to my non-responsiveness or absence during that period. Fourth tip, and my most favorite one, is saying yes, but tell me what should I deprioritize. Saying no to a senior leader is at times daunting and unthinkable. However, when saying yes will going to compromise your ability to perform at your best level and will compromise the quality of the work that you will eventually produce, it's your obligation to say no. Because in this case, it is not just reasonable to say no, rather it is essential that you say no. So one effective way of doing this is to remind your superior that once you take that task, which they request you to take, you will need to tell them what is that you will be deprioritizing or neglecting. So for instance, if your manager comes to your desk and asks you to work on project X, you happily say, "Yes, I'm ready to work on project X, but please tell me out of these list of things that I'm currently working on, what is that you want me to deprioritize so I can put all my focus and energy on project X." Or simply say, "I would like to do a great job, but given my other commitments, I won't be able to deliver the work that I'm proud of if I took on this work." And basis my experience, there would be hardly any manager who would disrupt the productivity of their best employee. And most of the time, the non-essential work on my priority list gets removed or deprioritized so I can generate or get extra time, which will enable me to focus on this added project that I'm getting. The next tip is to make use of the phrase, "You're welcome to X, I'm willing to Y." For example, "You're welcome to borrow my car, and I'm willing to make sure the keys are here for you." By this, you're also saying, "I won't be able to drive you." You are saying what you will not do, while you're also coaching in terms of what you are willing to do. This is particularly good way to navigate through the request, which you are willing to help on but are not willing to put your entire weight behind it. I like this option because it also expresses respect for the other person's ability to choose, because it reminds both parties of the choices that they have. The last and not the least tip is saying, "I can't do it, but X might be interested." It is tempting to think that our help is uniquely available. But often people requesting don't really care if we are the ones who will actually help them. It is the help that they eventually want. So as long as they're getting that particular help, they are good. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully after this video, you will be able to smartly say no to the non-essential request coming your way. Thank you.